Hello everybody, I'm SolitaryFalcon, and today I'll be going through my top 10 characters from LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga. So the one thing about the Complete Saga we all love is the character roster, and there are quite a few characters to choose from. You can be your favourite Jedi, or join the dark side and be a Sith. There are quite a lot of bounty hunters, along with a scoundrel or two, and don't forget about the droids. In total, there are 128 characters, although 2 of them are the custom characters, so there are some hard choices to make. Let me know in the comments who your favourite character is, and if you're going to enjoy today's video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and subscribe for more great content. Right then, let's get into it. At number 10 is a character you wouldn't expect to turn up in a Star Wars game, and that is Indiana Jones. Now I know what you're thinking, how is Indiana Jones in a LEGO Star Wars game? Well, let me explain. So when you enter the bonus room, you will notice a door with a camera, and when you enter, the trailer for the LEGO Indiana Jones game will play, and that's how you get Indiana Jones. Simple. And he is extremely fun to use, as he has his iconic whip and revolver going around taking down stormtroopers. Also, he has the exact movements and actions as Han Solo, and this is because they are played by the same actor. Indiana Jones is definitely the strangest character in the Complete Saga, but you'll have a lot of fun of playing as him. At number 9 is the Imperial Guard. This character only appears in one level of the story, Jedi Destiny, where they appear as henchmen and they are really hard to beat, but they leave such an impact. The Imperial Guard has such amazing appearance, with their red cloak and spear making them an imposing character. Their fighting style is very similar to the Force characters, and they can use their spears to deflect blasters. I especially like how their slam attack is basically a faceplant. The Imperial Guard stands out with a stunning and evil appearance, and if you haven't played them before, you most definitely should. At number 8, I decided to choose one of the Jedi characters because there are quite a few to choose from. You have Qui-Gon Jinn, Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Luke Skywalker to name a few. But the Jedi I've chosen for my list is Yoda. So I chose Yoda because he's different from any of the other Jedi. One minute he's one of the slowest characters in the game with his walking stick. The next, he's taking his lightsaber out and taking enemies down like a boss. And don't forget, he has the Force as well, which does come in handy. Yoda is such a broken character, where you're telling him to move faster, then you're telling him to slow down. Just slow down. I don't use the Jedi characters as much, but if there is one that you should use, it is Yoda. At number 7 is Grievous's bodyguard, or as they should be called, the Magna Guard. So the Complete Saga recommends Jar Jar Binks as the high jump character to play as, but he does not do any fighting, and the bodyguard is the one that you should be playing as. Not only does Grievous's bodyguard fight, but the animations are most impressive, and the way they deflect attacks looks amazing. I also love their appearance with the cloak and purple staff. There is another high jump character that I use more than the bodyguard, but I would ignore Jar Jar and play as this character for fun gameplay. At number 6 is Boba Fett. Now there are quite a few bounty hunters to choose from in this game, but Boba is certainly one of the more popular ones to play as. For one thing, he has his jetpack, which most certainly comes in handy for getting across places, and similar to Indiana Jones, he has his iconic blaster. Also, like all the other bounty hunters, Boba can blow up silver objects with his thermal detonator, and these are very deadly against enemies. Similar to Grievous's bodyguard, there is another bounty hunter I use more than Boba, but I completely understand why he would be number 1 for so many people. At number 5, I am going to cheat this one and put 3 characters in, as they all do the same thing, and these are the Ghost characters. So there are 3 Ghost characters in the game, Ghost Yoda, Ghost Anakin, and Ghost Ben Kenobi. For one thing, they are invincible, meaning you don't need to use the red brick, and they are invisible to enemies, meaning you can either walk by them or attack them and not be retaliated. Also, they are the most expensive characters in the game, with each one costing you over 1 million studs and a grand total of 3.3 million studs. If I had to pick one Ghost character, it would have to be Ghost Yoda, as he is identical to normal Yoda, and it is a shame that they did not return for the Skywalker saga, because you can imagine how incredible they would be to play as. So the Ghost characters are definitely worth the cost and had to make the top 10. Remember when I said there was a character I use for high jump more than Grievous's bodyguard? Well, here he is at number 4, and that is General Grievous. Grievous is so different to the other characters as he can have 4 lightsabers, and I just love his attack animations with his weapons moving in a fast circle motion. He has lots of different motions that are so fun and sometimes hypnotizing. But the main reason Grievous is so high on this list is because he's the best high jumper in the game, and is definitely my go-to for getting some of those mini kits. Again, I love his animation when he's in the air and does his slam attack. And don't forget about his iconic backflip. General Grievous is far superior to all the other high jumpers and is one of my favourite for fighting enemies with. You should absolutely play as General Grievous and you won't be disappointed. At number 3 is one of my favourite Sith characters of all time, and that is Darth Maul. Darth Maul is possibly alongside Grievous one of the most terrifying looking characters in the game. He has this iconic double-sided lightsaber and is the only character to have one. I really like when he jumps in the air as they added in his acrobatics. They also captured his fighting style to perfection, and I really love his appearance with his hood up, which adds to the menacing look. In my last video I ranked all the bosses and I placed Darth Maul's fight in the top 3, and if you haven't played this boss you most definitely should. Darth Maul is certainly one of my favourite Sith characters in the game. They captured his animations and his fighting to perfection, but there is another Sith character who I put ahead of him. At number 2 is the big boss of the complete saga, and that is Emperor Palpatine. So there are 4 Sith characters in the game: Darth Maul, who are placed at number 3, Count Dooku, Darth Vader, and the Emperor. And I think the Emperor has the best combination of animations and gameplay. When he has his lightsaber, he has some great movements, especially the one where he's charging at you with his lightsaber. That is so terrifying to look at. But the main reason he is so high is his Force Lightning. So only Count Dooku and the Emperor have Force Lightning, but there's something symbolic about the way the Emperor uses it, that it's so aggressive it's fun to look at. Also, he has this evil laugh which is really menacing. I think I'll let you have a listen to it. I love using the Sith characters more than the Jedi, which is why they're so high on this list, but there's one character that beats them all. And at number 1 is my go-to character in the complete saga, and that is Jango Fett. Now I know that Jango is pretty much the exact same as Boba Fett, but with a colour change, but there is something about Jango's appearance that I've always liked. So Jango has his jetpack, which is just as useful as high jump, and can get you around places. And like all of the bounty hunters, he can throw detonators to blow up silver objects. But did you know, if you get the red brick from level 2 of Return of the Jedi, you can upgrade these detonators with bounty hunter rockets. This applies to both Jango and Boba, and these rockets are more accurate to blowing things up and are especially deadly against enemies. Unlike Boba Fett, Jango has 2 blasters rather than 1, and these blasters have the iconic sound. I will let you have a listen. So with his jetpack, blasters and rockets, Jango has always been one of my favourite characters from LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga, and that is why he takes the number 1 spot. So that was my top 10 characters from LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Do let me know in the comments who your favourite character is, and if you've gone to enjoy today's video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more great content. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you all very soon.